It was 1968 when the United States Tennis Championships first went open. That is to say, amateurs and professionals could both enter. A young American named Arthur Ashe took home the trophy that year, collecting the first of his 3 major singles titles. 1968 was also the debut of the Easter Bowl Championships, a mix of the best juniors the country had to offer. 40 years later, and both tournaments are still going strong, each providing a stage where the best of the best can compete against one another. So many of the sport's biggest stars have established themselves at the Easter Bowl. John McEnroe, Andy Roddick, Tracy Austin, Jennifer Capriati, just to name a few. Who will be the next group to lift their games to another level? Stick around and sample the cream of the junior crop. It's Easter Bowl 2008. Welcome to Rancho Las Palmas, home of the 2008 Easter Bowl. 670 of America's top juniors fighting it out for one of the most prestigious events in America ever. 4 decades of tennis, 670 juniors fighting it out, blood, sweat, and tears, parent pressure. We've got everything here. We've got winners, we've got errors. I'm Jeff Tarango. I won here in 1985. Arthur Ashe came down and gave me the trophy and told me what a promising career I had. I got a full scholarship to Stanford because of this tournament, and it means so much to me. And when you watch these players play, you'll see how much it means to them. This is very exciting stuff. Let's get straight to the action. Come on. Lauren Embry, the former champion in the girls' 14s. She hasn't been working her way up the rankings and the points this year. She's not seeded due to the current ITF structure. And here, Melanie Oden, #1 seed, cruising through the draw, yet to lose a set. Very colorful player, very ambitious.
Hi, I'm Melanie Oden, and I'm 16 years old, and I'm from Marietta, Georgia. I started playing tennis when I was 7 years old, and my grandma took my sister and I out to hit some tennis balls. Some of my hobbies are playing board games like chess and cards, because I'm like really competitive. My favorite player has always been Andre Agassi because he's in such great shape as these younger guys, and he's been able to play at this amazing level throughout his whole career. My main goals are to become #1 in the world and just keep moving up my ranking as best as I can.
Well, she's not far from it here if she were to win this point. Embry in the far court serving. These girls can rally all day long. Their consistency is unbelievable, and their depth. Watch the depth these girls play. You can't tell if they're on offense or on defense. Setting up the point really nicely. A classic strategic play by Embry. So hot. The players were playing with such consistency, such tenacity out there. It was really impressive in that kind of heat. Looking for an opening, just fighting off those deep balls. What a passing shot. Oden showing why she could be #1 with a shot like that. What a beautiful setting here at Rancho Las Palmas center court. And Embry just showing her tenacity, her willingness to win. So deep into the corner she's playing these balls, getting Oden out of her game, forcing herself on the other player. Look at that depth. And she takes the first set, really showing the world's #1 what she has to do to win a match when it's so important.
Hi, I'm Lauren Embry. I'm 17 years old and I'm from Marco Island, Florida. I started playing tennis at the age of 4. My dad was a good junior tennis player, so he got me involved. My brother also plays for college now, and my mom plays for her club. I also played basketball and ran cross country. I go to public school, so my friends mean a lot to me. I love to go shopping. I love going to the beach on my off time. My favorite player on the tour right now would probably be Ani Ivanovic, just because I like the way she plays on the court. My goals for tennis is probably to get my pro ranking up a little bit before I go to college, and hopefully after college to see how I'm doing and maybe try the pro tour for a little bit.
Well, we pick up this point mid-rally. It's a long point. And it's nice to hear that these girls want to go to college. Different priorities in life than just being #1 in the world in the pros. Not everybody can be Sharapova. Look at that hustle, that defense. And no chances for Oden now as she's down a set. She's not taking anything to risk, really putting the pressure on. She wins that set easily, and now we're on to the third. This match went for nearly 3 hours in over 100-degree heat. We could fry an egg on this court. Look at that, taking the ball early. Great intensity. Perfect follow through. She's looking a little tired though. And Oden, whose fitness is so important to her, shows the rest of the world why it is so important. So patient. And then the strike. And she's done it. She's won the World Championship, Easter Bowl. And she's 16 years old, winning the 18s. That's very, very impressive. Let's go to Kevin Conley.
On behalf of Rancho Las Palmas Resort and Country Club, it is my pleasure to announce the runner-up of the girls 18 singles in the 2008 Easter Bowl. And that goes to Lauren Embry of Marco Island, Florida. Congratulations, Lauren.
Thank you. Thanks.
And now I'd like to announce the winner of the girls 18's 2008 Easter Bowl. And that goes to Melanie Udan of Marietta, Georgia. Thank you. Great match. Great match, both of you.
Coming up next, boys 14s. Two young stars in Michael Rinaldi and John Richmond battling it out at Rancho Las Palmas.
So, I'm on this flight to Europe and I'm working on my meeting slides, and I notice that my seat has this whole control panel that lets me get into this zen-like position. And I get the remote and find that documentary everybody got to see but me because, well, all I do is work. And then I hit a button and my seat goes all the way flat. And there's a duvet. A duvet on a plane? I could so get used to this.
The new International Business Class, only on American. We know why you fly.
Rancho Mirage, a place of rejuvenation. It's clean air, blue skies, all make for an exceptionally stress-free wonderland. Nightlife and shop-till-you-drop experiences are found throughout the city, such as the river at Rancho Mirage. You can enjoy exceptional dining, 15 fabulous golf courses, or the Children's Discovery Museum of the Desert. Life is sublimely unhurried here. It is truly a haven. Rancho Mirage.
The legend was born in 1965 in the storied swamp of Florida, where the scorching heat took a brutal toll on the Gators.
The players weren't adequately hydrated and their performance suffered.
The answer, a new carbohydrate electrolyte beverage created by University of Florida doctors.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
From the Gators' Orange Bowl triumph in '67 to their national title in '07, and for millions of athletes in between, the legend continues.
Easter Bowl 2008 is being brought to you by American Airlines and by Babolat. Tennis runs in our blood. And by the world-class resort city of Rancho Mirage. What a beautiful city it is here. We're looking at Google Earth. We figured out how to use this, and what a beautiful, beautiful setting it is. Shows you right where we are here in the desert of California. And you know, to be honest, there's some tough issues and decisions that all the families of these youngsters are going through. We thought we'd share a few words of wisdom from people who've been through it, been around the junior game, and here's what they recommend.
Balance, keeping the family unit together, talking about things that are, having some tough conversations. I always believe in talking about the elephant in the living room. If there's something off, talk about it. Really nurturing that child to make sure that he's not isolated and that he has a social skills and a social life.
I think that there are some parts of traveling around the world that obviously are going to expand your horizons to a point that the average student will not understand. But I think walking home, catching the bus, going to prom, really having that group or that peer pressure sort of fit in and learn how to actually assimilate into groups, that's very valuable for life.
You don't get there from luck, you get there through skill. And you can't skip any of the steps, and you compete to get there. And if you miss something along the way, you've got to work on your game. If you lose, you almost treat it like you're doing a test, a tournament. And what failed you, and now go back and work on it. So then it's real positive that way, because you're not kicking yourself and all that kind of stuff. You're looking at what's going on.
Oftentimes the families are perceiving it as an investment in something that may have a payout at the end, where statistically I believe it's been calculated your chances are much greater of being attacked by a great white shark than making it into the top 20 in the world in professional tennis, so if you're a junior player.
I was really impressed with some of these families and how they're piecing together the balance of growing up, playing tennis, and learning as much as they can. Sekou Bangura Jr. is one such youngster. In addition to being a fine tennis player, he's top 10 in the country in chess, top 10 in the country in golf at his age, and what an amazing piano player.
What is special is, for example, I don't know if you play music. To play music without looking in the book is pretty interesting. To play several chess matches, to play chess, it takes 6 different ways to think. It takes 6 different ways to think when you play chess. I mean, I got him started. It's like making a monster, Golf, to coming from national tournament in tennis and go shoot 73. A junior world is something is special, There's stuff he does, even myself. Sometimes I kind of wonder, where does this guy come from,
It got me away from tennis a little bit, and I have a piano in my room actually. So sometimes I'm just bored, or I'll start playing, and it kind of makes you feel happy. And it's cool to, actually sit down and have a piece in front of you and be able to play it like that.
Well, you're not going to find a much more well-balanced kid than that, and what a great individual. Very nice. And as promised, boys 14's action. Michael Rinaldi, the #1 seed, he has tennis in his blood. He's related to Kathy Rinaldi, former top 10 player, and what good strokes and tenacity he has. And what would the Easter Bowl be without a great lefty fighting through the draw all the way, almost every match a 3-setter, in John Richmond.
I'm John Richmond, and I'm 14 years old, and I'm from Pawleys Island, South Carolina. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. I'm the youngest out of 5. I grew up on the beach, so I'm able to do some swimming and surfing with my friends. When I'm not on the tennis court or not studying, I usually try to go catch a movie with my friends. My favorite movie is 300. My favorite player on the tour was Andre Agassi. My goals in tennis is to be the best tennis player I can be.
Richmond in the near court, going to take initiative on this point as all lefties getting into the net. And what an amazing point this is. Just enjoy it. Just long. Great stuff. Look at that reaction. Don't see that every day from a 14-year-old. Richmond taking the aggression here, getting to the net again. Oops, maybe not. Fighting it out. And look at the technique of Rinaldi. Very solid player. Working the point, playing strategically correct. And finds the winner in that backhand. Didn't expect it, even surprised himself a little bit. But he'll take it all the way to the bank for the first set, 6-3. And now we get a chance to talk to Michael a little bit, see what he's all about.
I'm Michael Rinaldi, 14 years old. I'm from Palm City, Florida. I started playing when I was 9 because my Aunt Kathy was a professional player. The strengths of my game are being aggressive and coming up to net. I like to watch Roger Federer play because he's just so good at everything. When I'm not playing tennis, I like to fish because it's relaxing.
And here we are at the second set. These kids play very relaxed. And a forehand winner. Thought it was out. The referee called it in. Refereeing was very good this week, by the way. I'm usually very critical of that. Great hustling by these players, but just perfect technique bringing Rinaldi through on most of these points. Look at that tenacity. Finishing, executing so well. Looks like a 17-year-old out there. Richmond didn't roll over, kept fighting, staying every point, making Rinaldi earn it. What a big forehand cross court. Looked like Connors there. A little extra oomph on the ball. Boom. And Rinaldi playing points like a master at age 14. Look at the touch here. A little feelar in the corner. Excellent stuff. You can't teach this. Or maybe you can. And here we are, match point. The heat, the grind of this tournament for Richmond, a little bit much, a lot of three-setters. Just the consistency of Rinaldi wearing him down. And the championships is his. Rinaldi just outclassed the field in this event. Very mature player, well done. And now we'll go to Bob Small for the presentation.
Congratulations to the boys 14 runner-up, John Richmond. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations to this year's winner of the boys 14, Mike Rinaldi.
Coming up next, girls 16s featuring Sarah Lee and Ellen Say. What an exciting match this was. Lots of ups and downs.
So, I'm on this flight to Europe and I'm working on my meeting slides, and I notice that my seat has this whole control panel that lets me get into this zen-like position. And I get the remote and find that documentary everybody got to see but me because, well, all I do is work. And then I hit a button and my seat goes all the way flat. And there's a duvet. A duvet on a plane? I could so get used to this.
The new international business class, only on American. We know why you fly.
Photographer Bob Kennis has been a fixture at the Easter Bowl for 25 years, capturing wonderful moments along the way. His son, Dave, a former participant, works with him out there. If you ask Bob to bust out a few classic Easter Bowl photos, you might see a young Michael Chang, or Pete Sampras with a two-handed backhand, or the young prodigy Jennifer Capriati, a winner here in '88. Speaking of former winners, let's meet another one right now. Hi, we're with Stephanie Rahe here, past champion in '82 and '83. Stephanie, when you're watching these players play, there must be a lot going through your mind. What did you remind yourself on the court to keep yourself focused and really concentrating throughout a match?
Well, it's great to be here, and it's great to see the girls, and it brings back a lot of memories for me. And I think, you know, just trying to play my best and win was important, and for me to keep my focus on the court.
What would you give advice to parents of juniors coming up?
I think it's important that the girls still have fun, and I think it's important too that the girls try to be as fit as possible. I think one of the things that I did, and I think it's probably true for most athletes, and they would admit, is they tend to push themselves to the limit. And I think when girls have injuries, they need to take the time out and get through the injuries and make sure they rehabilitate and not come back too soon so they don't have chronic problems in their careers.
Well, Stephanie, thanks a lot for the interview. Let's go watch some of the girls' 16s.
Great.
And here they are warming up. Ellen Say with little unorthodox strokes. Very consistent. You're going to look for her to be a grinder and try to throw off her opponent. Sarah Lee, very consistent. Excellent technique. And very quick around the court.
I'm Sarah Lee, and I'm from Los Angeles, California. I'm 14 years old, and I started playing tennis when I was 3 years old. My favorite movie of all time has got to be Happy Gilmore. It makes me laugh every single time. My favorite player on tour right now is Novak Djokovic. I love watching his style of play and his personality. One of my goals that I'd like to achieve is to go to Stanford and play for the tennis team. I went there when I was about 11, and I just fell in love with the campus.
Well, my alma mater, Stanford University, this girl has her priorities straight, thinking about Stanford already. She, by the way, is in traditional school as opposed to independent study. Lots of these kids, because of the travel the sport demands, study online. And that works in some situations, but both of these girls are still in traditional high school, and they're enjoying it very much. And look at that running backhand from Lee. Great winner, excellent follow-through. Say has some very methodical, deliberate racket motions. She has great command of the game. She's not afraid to come into the net once in a while either. Here's another good point. Both girls are moving so well. One, two, three slices, and a passing shot. 6-3 lead. And let's catch up with her opponent, Ellen Tsai.
Hi, I'm Ellen Tsai, and I'm 14 years old, and I'm from Pleasanton, California. I started playing tennis when I was 3, and my dad got me started. I am an only child, and I really like being an only child because I'm so close to my parents. Off the court, I actually have a lot of hobbies. One of those is writing. I like doing the piano, photography, and reading.
Well, she's won a few writing awards. Also, she's playing it pretty low-key. This is one of the best points of the match. Great defense by Tsai. And look at that lob. Just barely lands in. And she just hits the easy overhead into the open court. Second set to Tsai. One set apiece. Tsai keeps the pressure on. Watch her stick the backhand. On the rise. Right on the line. That's worth another look. And what an interesting way to take that ball on the rise. It lands right on the line. But Lee doesn't give up. She keeps fighting, never loses her confidence. What a great backhand she has as well. And now it's match point for Tsai. She's throwing everything at her opponent. Look at this moonballing tactic. And you have to feel for Lee here, who just wants to go for it, and Cy is just saying, it's my match point. I'm gonna stay here forever. And finally it's long. Seemed like it was 200 degrees out there. 6-4 in the third. What a battle. And I really didn't see a loser in this match. Both these Californians fought so hard. Let's go to Sina Hamilton, the tournament founder.
I am absolutely delighted to hand you the silver ball as a finalist in the girls 16s. And while you may have been disappointed at not winning, I want you to know that you came through 128 players who are the best in the country. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you, Ellen, should be very, very proud of being the champion of the 16 division.
Thanks.
And hopefully both of you will be back and play many more. But I want you to know that to reach the finals or win this event is a huge accomplishment, because we had the best in the country come here this week. And here they are, the two survivors.
And there she is, Sina Hamilton, the founder, the legend. Let's hear from her and a few others in just a moment.
Rancho Mirage, a place of rejuvenation. Its clean air, blue skies, all make for an exceptionally stress-free wonderland. Nightlife and shop-till-you-drop experiences are found throughout the city, such as the river at Rancho Mirage. You can enjoy exceptional dining, 15 fabulous golf courses, or the Children's Discovery Museum of the Desert. Life is sublimely unhurried here. It is truly a haven. Rancho Mirage.
The legend was born in 1965 in the storied swamp of Florida, where the scorching heat took a brutal toll on the Gators.
The players weren't adequately hydrated and their performance suffered.
The answer, a new carbohydrate electrolyte beverage created by University of Florida doctors.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
From the Gators' Orange Bowl triumph in '67 to their national title in '07, and for millions of athletes in between, the legend continues.
So, I'm on this flight to Europe, and I'm working on my meeting slides, and I notice that my seat has this whole control panel that lets me get into this zen-like position. And I get the remote and find that documentary everybody got to see but me because, well, all I do is work. And then I hit a button, and my seat goes all the way flat. And there's a duvet. A duvet on a plane? I could so get used to this.
The new international business class, only on American. We know why you fly.
The 2008 Easter Bowl is being brought to you by Gatorade. Is it in you? And by the city of Palm Desert. What a view. One of the real appealing things about this tournament is its family-like feel. Literally entire junior tennis families are showing up and enjoying the resort and the weather. It's not uncommon to see multiple siblings participating. All the age divisions are here. Boys and girls are both entered. There's a real reason why this tournament's been going on strong now for 41 years.
Well, I think junior tennis has turned into a commodity in a way, and the effort that's gone into this tournament over 40 years has stayed up to par. And we try to put on a tournament that is equal to a professional event with the amenities and the caring about the quality of everything that we put into it, sponsorship, the resort. And I think it for that reason stands above any of the other junior events, and we try to keep that quality up there.
The site is amazing. With the spectators are able to watch the stadium court right here, and you know, everyone's very friendly here. The golf course right outside of the courts, so it's really nice.
Everyone loves this tournament. Everyone wants to play this tournament. You don't see like anyone missing the tournament. No matter if you've got friends in 16s, 14s, 18s, boys or girls, you get to see them all.
Yeah, Easter Bowl is always fun for us. I remember playing down here in Palm Springs at the Riviera, and
you know, it was always beautiful down here, and you know, springtime. Yep. You know, it's always the first big tournament of the year, so you're always looking at the other guys, see how much they've improved, and you want to put a good result in and prove to the guys that you're going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, all the good players. If you do well in the Easter Bowl, you're going to do well, you know, in college and in the pros. You know, Roddick was there, we were there, Jan Michael Gamble, Gimmelstaub, a lot of the guys that we're playing against now on the tour. We're doing well at the Easter Bowl.
We've repositioned this resort over the last 2 years, and this is the perfect fit for us to showcase the resort to all the tennis players and families around the world. Plus, it's just a great tournament because the kids are wonderful and the families are wonderful, and we're just thrilled to have them, and we hope to have them years to come.
I believe that Sina has captured the essence of junior tennis. And when people talk about the Easter Bowl, they speak about the jewel of USTA junior tennis. And I think that this woman not only is a founder, but has this charismatic emotion about this sport. And it's marvelous, important, and it teaches these young people more about sportsmanship, tennis, and a little bit of life.
Sina, you founded this tournament 4 decades ago. You've made it a unique tournament, a tournament with its own personality. How do you account for this great success?
Well, I think that the first thing was that I don't make a living from tennis. I just love the game, and I raised a son who loves the game. And I was merely trying to help kids in the colder climates compete with the ones from Florida and California, and offered to raise money when I was talked into doing this tournament. But the one thing I wanted to do is to make it a personal event. I wanted to take the pressure off both the players and their parents and create an atmosphere that when they were off the court, they were to enjoy themselves. And so I decided to eventually move to resorts like Rancho Las Palmas and try to give them such pleasure with a welcoming reception and a players' dinner and entertainment so that it could feel a little bit like a vacation. I wanted these parents and players to feel like a guest in my home.
Well, Sina, you've seen Mrs. Connors, you've seen Mrs. Chang, you've seen a lot of parents that come out and put pressure on their kids but are supporting them a lot. What do you see these days? Is it any different from the older days of tennis, or what do you see developing out there for parents and their relationships with their kids?
Today, almost every youngster that plays this tournament can get a college scholarship, but parents, knowing the money that's out there, the explosion of money and attention to that factor in tennis, and the explosion of television that is giving more notice to the stars in tennis, has created an impact on the parents, particularly when you come to my tournament. I have agents here, and they're always chasing the kids, and then on a larger level, you have a lot of manufacturers offering a lot of goodies to the kids, which existed when you played. That part did. But I have given seminars and written articles on parents warning them not to be seduced by an agent who comes up because this youngster reached the finals of my event and say, we want to sign you and you've got a great future, and then they give you some money, which after what you're spending you feel like you could use. And I'm warning them to not be fooled by the fact that that means that you have the next John McEnroe or the next Lindsay Davenport. Because the truth of the matter is, if down the road 2 or 3 years your youngster doesn't make it, there's another crop coming up, and these agents can well afford to invest the money in your child when you'd better invest it in that child's education so they can have a career.
What would you see going forward as something you'd like to do for junior tennis?
Well, how do I see it going down the road? I'd like to continue to point out the important issues of the game. I think it's not only in tennis, it's in all sports now. Parents are getting intensely involved. There seems to be a pressure like, I've got to have my son do well in soccer and all other sports in order to get a college scholarship, and sometimes they go overboard and destroy the real meaning of competing, which is it's tough to compete, and the better you get, the harder it is to compete, but you have to love to compete. And if you take away the love of the game and just focus on how well you're doing, you've destroyed the intent.
Great stuff from the mother of junior tennis. She goes back to 1968 with this event. But she was quick to remind me that she's not all about the tennis. Sina is a former radio personality, insightful editor, author, publisher, and a PR whiz. You've got to give her props, really. She's always been about the kids. Speaking of which, boys 18's coming up next.
Rancho Mirage, a place of rejuvenation. Its clean air, blue skies, all make for an exceptionally stress-free wonderland. Nightlife and shop-till-you-drop experiences are found throughout the city, such as the river at Rancho Mirage. You can enjoy exceptional dining. 15 fabulous golf courses are the Children's Discovery Museum of the Desert. Life is sublimely unhurried here. It is truly a haven. Rancho Mirage.
The legend was born in 1965 in the storied swamp of Florida, where the scorching heat took a brutal toll on the Gators.
The players weren't adequately hydrated and their performance suffered.
The answer, a new carbohydrate electrolyte beverage created by University of Florida doctors.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
From the Gators' Orange Bowl triumph in '67 to their national title in '07, and for millions of athletes in between, the legend continues.
All right, this is Dennis Kudla. He's one of the top-ranked players in the 16s, moving on to the 18s. One of the biggest problems with junior tennis these days is that after your second serve, you're not quite ready for that big heater to come back at you. This is a great drill for that. It gets you ready right away, quick reaction, and you realize you just need to make the ball into the open court. Every player out there can speed up their game with this drill. Good shot. So even a player like Dennis, who's one of the top 16s in the country, can improve that one aspect of his game and get better so that when players in the pros and the 18s are hitting the ball harder, he's playing better. How do you like that drill?
It's a good drill.
You going to use that in the future?
Yes, I will.
Take it back to Maryland, BC with you?
Yeah.
All right. Chase Buchanan, number 4 seed. Warming up, getting ready for his match. You can tell he's a little bit nervous, can't you? And then you've got Alex Lompart, the number 13 seed, fighting his way through the draw. Who says number 13's unlucky?
Hi, I'm Alex Lompart. I'm from Puerto Rico and I'm 17 years old. I started playing tennis when I was 9 years old. We had a court right next to my house. My stepdad took me to the court and I liked it. When I'm not playing tennis, I like to spend time with my friends, my family, and just hang out and relax. This whole week I've been watching Rocky videos so I get inspired before my matches, and it's working pretty well, so I'm gonna stick to it.
And here's really the only Alex Lompart highlight. Played as a great point here. Great athleticism, gets there. But it looks like he tweaks his knee a little bit there. This is the only game that he wins in the match. And I wonder if that was the reason. There's nothing to be taken away from Chase's game, though. He played such a solid match. Look at these deep balls in the corner. So aggressive, plenty of margin. That's why he's one of the USTA high performance players, playing out of the Boca Raton Academy that was just set up. Look at his intensity. Every ball deep. Nothing for Alex really to go for in this match. And he just puts the staple on his first Easter Bowl title. Good time to win it in the 18s. Lompart just trying to stave off the attacking style, but that one a little long. Nice kick serve there. Draws the air for the 6-1 set. Let's see that explosive serve one more time. Boom, right up into the court. Very nice. And look how ready he is after that for the first ball. Let's catch up with Chase, see what he's all about.
I'm Chase Buchanan. I'm 16 years old and I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I got started when I was about 6 years old and my mom just had me out in the courts and I started hitting on the garage door. When I'm not playing tennis, I like to read. I usually read fantasy books. Something that I like to do outside of tennis is talking to my girlfriend because it kind of gets my mind off things. My favorite player on the tour is probably Roger Federer because of the way he plays and moves and acts on the court, and that's how I want to base my game.
And this kid does have game. Let's watch how he plays it here. Smart decision. Look at every ball's 3 feet in for the easy knockoff. Good footwork. And this is match point for Buchanan. Into the body, open court. Takes his time getting in, doesn't force it. And the same play over and over and over for a winning championship. 6-1, 6-love. And Alex is happy to be there. You can tell he's had a great tournament. And doing the trophy presentation is the mayor of Rancho Mirage, Dana Hobart.
It's a pleasure to award the runner-up, the singles finalist award, to an outstanding player from Puerto Rico, Alex Lompart.
Thank you. Thanks.
And the singles champion goes to Chase Buchanan. Chase, they came after you, chased you, but nobody caught you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mayor. Stay with us. Girls 14's coming up. The 2008 Easter Bowl has been brought to you by Cena Hamilton and Associates, a public relations and event marketing company, and the Palm Springs Visitor Authority. And back to Google. Rancho Las Palmas zooming in. An amazing resort. What a great setting here. Between matches, I was able to catch up with a tennis legend. We're on our 41st year of the Easter Bowl here, and I'm with Dennis Ralston. And what changes have you seen over the years in junior tennis and tennis in general?
Well, Jeff, I've kind of been in the game for 5 generations. I started playing my first U.S. championship in 1960, and the juniors I won in 1958. So I've been around a long time, and it's been interesting to watch the changes, the technology, the rackets, the shoes, the equipment, all the new focus on conditioning. You know, there are a lot of improvements, but I'll tell you, the interesting thing, tennis is still the same game. You got to get the ball in, you got to hit it away from the guy, and you got to compete and concentrate, and those factors are still the same.
In the 29 years that I've been with this event, I see tremendous changes in that the professionalism of junior tennis, the nutrition, the training. These are real, true athletes. In the old days, I would say the girls' 14s, the boys' 14s cried throughout their matches. You don't see that now. They're mentally tough. They're more prepared for the pressure of junior tennis.
There's Marilyn Baker at work with Paul Ballard. They do a great job keeping things in order. The line calls, the parents, the coaching, the rules. You know, there's over 600 kids playing in this event. That's a lot of matches. And in this kind of heat, it takes a real serious toll on the players. Thankfully, Brian Horner is on the grounds, massaging the muscles and reminding the players to stay hydrated. He's been working with this event for so many years. He's been working with 100 players a day. Well, the girls' 14s have been working their muscles all week. And Sasha Vickery, the number 17 seed, warming up slowly, getting her rhythm as the warm-up starts. And her opponent, Kyle McPhillips, the number 1 seed. A real fun, bouncy girl, but with those black shades, she looks so intense.
Hi, I'm Kyle McPhillips. I'm 14 years old and I'm from Willoughby, Ohio. I started playing tennis at age 5. Before that I was playing ping pong. Living in Ohio, I slide and ski in the winter and play tennis in the summer. I have an older brother and a sister. I may be shorter than my competition, but I'm big in the inside.
Both these girls are excellent ball strikers. I was very impressed with their talent at this age, their intensity, their consistency. Watch how safe they are, but yet going for such big shots. McPhillips was a huge favorite in this match, and I was just really impressed with how they both played the match smart, rarely going for low percentage shots. Their foot movement was excellent. Both these players are stars of the future. And that was one of the rare errors for Vickery in this match. Great form on that backhand by the number 1 seed. And while she could improve that serve quite a bit, it shows how much better she can get in the future. Look at this forehand on the run. Perfect. And Vickery really surprised everybody in the country with this first set result. Scrambling, nice footwork. 6-3 in the first set against the number 1 seed.
Hi, I'm Sasha Vickery. I'm 12 years old. I was born and raised in Miami, Florida. I started working with Richard Williams when I was 8 years old. He taught me to always walk off the court a champion, whether you win or lose. Serena Williams has always been my inspiration. She's the reason I started playing tennis. She's always focused and she's always positive. I'm 5'1". I'm not one of the tallest people in this competition, but my game is way bigger than my height.
Well, Richard Williams promised that there would be more girls like Serena and Venus on the courts, and he's keeping true to his promise by keeping Vickery inspired. He's been working with her a little bit on the side, What an articulate young lady, great personality. My game is bigger than my height. I love it. And she's such a good little composed player. Doesn't look like the pressure gets to her at all. Look at the replay on this. Setting up, perfect follow through. Keeping herself composed and pumped up. Shot of her support group. Very composed as well. Match point here. And look how excited she is. She's almost surprised herself. Happy. And what a future she has. And there's McPhillips, who had a great tournament. Didn't quite live up to her expectations here. And the number 7, number 3, and number 1 seed conqueror, Sasha Vickery, with the gold ball. Well deserved. And coming up next, the boys 16s, Jack Sock versus Clay Thompson. I was very impressed with this group of juniors.
So, I'm on this flight to Europe and I'm working on my meeting slides, and I notice that my seat has this whole control panel that lets me get into this zen-like position. And I get the remote and find that documentary everybody got to see but me because, well, all I do is work. And then I hit a button and my seat goes all the way flat. And there's a duvet. A duvet on a plane? I could so get used to this.
The new international business class, only on American. We know why you fly.
Rancho Mirage, a place of rejuvenation. Its clean air, blue skies, all make for an exceptionally stress-free wonderland. Nightlife and shop-till-you-drop experiences are found throughout the city, such as the river at Rancho Mirage. You can enjoy exceptional dining, 15 fabulous golf courses, or the Children's Discovery Museum of the Desert. Life is sublimely unhurried here. It is truly a haven. Rancho Mirage.
That's Barbara Frangello and Ann Payton. They run the juniortennis.com. For 10 years they've been covering the Easter Bowl action. They have kids interviews and other fun stuff. It's a great resource. Here's awards time. The Sportsmanship Awards go to Kyle McPhillips and the girls 14s. John Richmond, the boys 14s. Ellen Tsai, girls 16s. And Evan Song, boys 16s. Well done, guys. I didn't get that. Evan King, the Laurel Springs Scholarship Award. And the Babolat Scholarship goes to the very likable Ariel Ellis. The doubles championships, Blair Schenkel and Julia Jones won the girls 14s. Michael Reichman and Andrew Korenick won the boys 14s. Ellen Tsai and Amelia Herring won the girls 16s. Clay Thompson and Nelson Vick won the boys 16s. And in the girls 18s, Mallory Burdett and Sloane Stevens won. In the boys 18s doubles, Dennis Lynn and Kyle McMorrow won. Well done, you guys. Keep it up. Jack Sock, boys 16s, warming up his serve. And he's playing a mountain in Clay Thompson, 6'5" and still growing. This match is epic.
Hi, I'm Clay Thompson from Venice Beach, California, 15 years old and 6'5". When I'm not on the court, I like to be listening to music, hanging out with friends, My particular favorite artist is Iron Maiden or Megadeth. My favorite players on the tour are David Nalbandian for his ground strokes and backhand, and Max Mirny for the way he moves in. My goals in tennis are to play for a top Division I school and then afterwards play on the professional tour. Being 6'5" really helps, but especially with intimidation. They're really scared of me before I even step on the court.
Well, that's a Megadeth return there from Clay Thompson. These boys both working the point so well. Tried as hard as he could on that forehand. You got to realize it's 150 degrees out there right now. And Jack Sock, good pickup there. Nice approach shot change up. A little bit of a shank there, gets lucky. 6-4, Jack Sock, first set.
Jack Edward Sock. I'm 15 years old. I was born in Lincoln, Nebraska, and now I live in Kansas City. I started playing tennis when I was about 8 because my mom, she got me into it. One of my favorite players on the tour is James Blake, and I recently read his book, Breaking Back. My tennis goals are to play Division I college tennis and then hopefully turn pro after that. My favorite music is usually rap, hip-hop, and rock, and I usually listen to it before matches to get myself going.
And Clay Thompson came out determined in this second set, eating up the short balls. And you have to wonder now if Jack Sock's going to be able to hang in there for a third set. He's coming off major injuries on his feet. Barely recovered, his mom said. Been experimenting with different age groups, playing in the 18s some, had some success. And that's a heavy forehand, big winner. That's a pro shot right there. And this match went all the way the distance. Look at that acceleration. This match kept going and going, and Clay Thompson was 2 points from victory, tasting that gold ball. And the defense of Sock showing that his feet are back. But Clay Thompson forcing right there. And this went to a tiebreak, and it was all Sock in the tiebreak, who takes the championship. And you can't really have a loser in this kind of match. 7-6 in the third, and both these players have a very bright future. And you can see the excitement in Jack's face and the disappointment in Clay's loss. And a special award was given to Jack by Zina Hamilton.
Jack, I want to present you with this American Airlines Travel Award, which we give to players who not only show a tremendous sportsmanship, but a great competitive attitude. And everybody in this tournament thought you were a remarkable young man, and we want you to enjoy this ticket. We know how much it costs to play competitive tennis, and not only have you proven that you're a great competitor, which is part of the standard of this award by winning this tournament as the ace seed, and we hope that you have a great summer.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Zina. We're saying goodbye from this beautiful setting of Rancho Las Palmas Resort and Spa, where once again, for the second straight year at this particular venue, and for the 41st year of the Easter Bowl, the tennis has been excellent. If you want my take on the level of junior tennis in this country, I say it's doing just fine. I was really impressed with the level of play. And to be honest, I was impressed with how Zina Hamilton and her staff simply put on a tournament of this size. The logistics are mind-boggling. What makes this tournament unique is the forum it creates. You can chat with former winners, coaches, parents, club pros. Mostly though, it's all about the players. Getting to watch them compete and getting to meet them was wonderful. It's great to see how far the game has come and to see where it might be going. And for American tennis, I think it's a very promising road ahead. We'll keep following it, and we'll see you next year, everybody. So long from Rancho Mirage.